was on my way to just check out campsites, but it's high tide and it's going down. I won't get another chance today to fish this area, so maybe we're just going to have a little sniff around. At least it looks too much fun to not have at least like a little cast. So let's move in. We're at 4 meters. It should it'll come up very quickly once we get close though. You never know what could be sort of hanging around in the shallows here. Oh, this looks great though, doesn't it? Couple of quick casts, just in case we're missing out on a floodie of a lifetime. No takers. Bit of a bummer, but maybe we'll move a bit closer to the mouth of everything and see if we can find them there. It's worth a shot though, it's beautiful. Then lift up, come up to 1.4 meters. Let's have a look here. Definitely camped on a few of these spots here before, but we'll get in and check it out. Right, it's covered in sand. And the tide is going out, so we won't be bothering pulling it up anymore. And let's go and check out a few campsites. Might be where we stay for the night. Like, it's always lovely here. Look at this. Right here looks pretty good, doesn't it? But it's always good to have a look around. See if there's more firewood in one than the other as well. That's always good. And then we'll start a pile. The spot's good, except there isn't any shade whatsoever. So maybe we'll keep looking. Well, yeah, I reckon down there's the better spot, even though there's not as much shade. So we'll, oh, whoops, broke me wood. But start collecting a little bit of firewood on the way back. Start building a pile everywhere we go. Jeez, that sounds pretty hot though. Move down to closer to the water. And then all we've got to do is get out there and catch a fish, which hopefully won't prove to be too difficult. Doesn't have to be a monster. Nice flathead, I think, would be perfect. So hopefully we can find something that fits the bill. Okay, might just leave this right here for a second and we'll have a fish. This is a good spot, and yeah, no, definitely probably where we'll camp, but I might just head around here, have a little fish. I know there's a little inlet here that's good for a floodie or two usually, and while we're there we might actually check, because there is one more campsite just around there as well, so we'll jump in and check it out just in case we go to all this effort and we realize there's actually a better spot. Ooh, chat crab. No, it is nice there. Definitely possible, but just check just around here, because it is quite nice around here too. Oh, see, that does look nice up there. There's a little bit of shade too. It actually might be a bit more of a contender. Oh, this does look nice actually. And look at all this shade here. And it looks like people have clearly camped here. Well, people do camp here. But you can see someone's put like a piece of carpet or something down. And it's got an outline. Someone's obviously been here sort of semi-recently. But yeah, no, look at that outlook. That's quite beautiful. So I reckon this might be the winner. Can definitely feel the bugs biting my legs already though, so we'll definitely need to get some spray and a fire going at some point. But yeah, like look at all this shade. I reckon right there looks like the perfect spot for my tent. Get a nice little bit of shade. It is a little bit more protected from the wind. It's just around the corner here. The wind's sort of coming from like the south or maybe east southeast, so that's pretty much just over there, so we're getting this nice protection from here. So yep, I'm glad we checked, because this is actually a little bit nicer, a little bit more cover, and yeah, like look just through these trees, it's actually quite a nice outlook, isn't it? Beautiful campsite. And all of that shade. Shade is God, isn't it, really? Let's face it. But we left our pile of wood. I wonder if we can walk around. The boat's safe there for a sec. We might be a sec. See if we can go get our wood from just around the corner there. Could just easily walk around there, so that was no problems. Definitely worth it. Come on, all the bits. What we should do is maybe try and put the crab pots out as well. So what we'll do is we'll quickly grab these few little bits of firewood here, add them to the pile, and then jump on the boat and see if we can go catch some dinner. But it's going to be quite a fun little campsite. There's only a little window, still waiting for the weather to come good up the coast. Oh, we've got heaps of wood already. It's not going to be a problem. Let's get out and see if we can catch something. And then as we move along, we might think of throwing the pots out as well. Top spot. That's a good one. This little drain here is usually good for a flatty. I think I've actually, oh, no way. That was actually possibly a keeper flathead, but he hit so lightly that, yeah, right. So lightly that I didn't even realise I had something on. Didn't really set the hook. But, yeah, all right. Well, it's nice to know that there's something around. Whoop. Oh, look, there's an eagle above me. Can hear him. It was a very eagerly call, wasn't it? But what we might do is we might get some of these crab pots out. There's no point in just looking at them. I brought them for a reason, and the longer they're in the water, I guess the more chance I've got of getting some. So we'll start getting some set up. Hopefully we'll get some crab breakfast, because that would be very nice. It's been quite a while since we've had a crab. It's always pretty special. Don't do it that often, so for me it's pretty special anyway. I bought this bonito, which we're going to use as troll bait, but it's been sitting in the freezer for quite a while. And we've got a bit of a flathead carcass as well. Now we'll get our float and our tags and whatnot, and we'll maybe move in a little bit closer. Don't want to make the mistake I've done in the past, which is dump them too shallow and they get exposed, and especially when we know there's, say, giant eagles flying around like that one we just saw, and that can cause a problem. So maybe just towards the edge here, but in a decent amount of water, up and amongst these mangroves here. Okay, just wait for it to drop off a little bit. Down she goes. Let's throw you in there. And we'll do another one. Good luck, pot. I really hope you get some. Oh. Nice. All right. Well, wish me luck, because yeah, I don't always have that much luck with the old crabbing, do I? Either missing pots or just no crabs at all. So hopefully we have some decent luck this time. But look, they're out, and hopefully they're in decent spots. I don't know. Don't do it enough to really be an expert at this, unfortunately. But sometimes we get lucky and we do all right, so yeah. All right, well, a little cast over this section can be sometimes good for a flatty. But the pots are in, so I guess it's more about the crabs today and tomorrow, but it'd be lovely to get something to sort of have a snack on tonight. So we'll see how we go. I haven't given up, still plenty of fishing time, but the bugs are making it hard to be enthusiastic, to be honest. Okay, I've definitely got something on. I'll set the hook. And it's coming in quick. Mustn't be very big. It is not very big. A little bit bigger and we would have been happy. Target species, but fishing has been very slow. We've been trying for quite a while, and this is the best we've come up with. Not that impressive. Alright, buddy. Alright. Oh, that's good. You actually spat it out a fair bit then. Oh. Okay. Come on, mate. Let's get back in. Well, still a nice little flatty. Definitely not that impressive though. Come on. In you go, mate. He's not happy. And I'm not overly impressed either, to be honest. But what can you do? We've just got to keep casting and trying. Yeah, but it's not looking very good for the flatty hunt dinner. I think we've got just a little bit more tide to go out, but you won't really probably even notice it. And then it will come up again in the middle of the night. But realistically, it only really came to about here, so the boat really should be just about safe where it is. We might put a bit more line out and fix it up a little bit, but it should be fine. Oh, where are all my fish, eh? I think first things first, before it gets dark, because it will start to get dark pretty quickly, we might just get our tent set up. At least then we know we've got somewhere to sleep and we don't have to worry too much. Yeah, we'll just let a little bit more line out, but I think it should be fine. Oh, and we've got our fishing gear attached to it as well. Okay. It's nice to be on land. Just forget about our fishing troubles for a second. It's not like I'm starving today anyway, but geez, I hope I get some crabs in those pots. That would make a big difference. Sit it up right here and can keep an eye on the boat nicely from here, so it should be pretty good. Okay, tent first. That will do. And we ended up putting a few more pegs in. Why not, eh? Just in case something silly like it rains or anything like that. It's always good to have a few more pegs in, even if they're just loose. But we're not in danger today of getting blown away or anything like that, which is good. Okay, so we'll get in here and set up the bed, but I might just get right in because there is a hell of a lot of midges getting around. So sandflies or no-see-ums or whatever you want to call them. Here we call them midges a lot of the time, but they are in force and it's getting a bit overwhelming, to be honest. And I've got 40% DEET on spray. Everyone always says, why don't you use spray? I do use spray and it doesn't do much, just so you know. So even 40% DEET is not enough to keep them at bay right this very second. Right. Yeah, no, those midges are something else here. When you're doing these mangrove missions, they can get pretty full on. So I'm glad to be in here. I know I brought a few in here with me, but yeah, if I'm not going to light the fire because we don't have any flatties tonight, I think I might just be stuck in the tent for tonight and we'll have to pick it up when we check the traps tomorrow. Because I don't know if you can see it, but if you look on the netting here, there's so many midges getting around that I'm going to get eaten alive if I stay out there. But tomorrow will be mud crabs. I have faith. Bed ready. Alright, well, unless something exciting happens, it might be good night tonight, even though it looks quite bright out there. It'll get dark over the next hour or so, and yeah, I just can't brave those bugs any longer. See you in the morning. Big mud crabs. He's showing up a bit. Oh man. That's a bit of a knot of hell, to be honest. All because of these guys. Not so much this guy, but these little guys. That's just a little patch, but they're everywhere, inside and out of the tent. Oh, I'm dreading getting out. Man. But, boat's still out, and it's starting to get lighter. We're gonna have to do it at some point. Ugh. Bugs. We might just hightail it out for a sec and we'll leave the tent here. Go check the crab pots, and then maybe when the sun's up, the bugs, oh my God, there's so many. When the bugs aren't here, or they're a little less during the daylight and the sun's out, maybe it might scare a few of them off. So here we go. Not looking forward to getting out there, but it's quite intense. Okay. Whew. Zip it up, even though it doesn't really matter now, I guess. Oh man, out into the open, that might help as well. Oh, I can feel them on my face. Okay, let's get out of here. Whew. Man, I've got to get out of here. Come on, what the hell? Okay, this anchor's stuck and I'm getting eaten alive. What is it stuck on? My legs are on fire right now. And there's nothing I can do because I can't go anywhere. Okay, let's just let's just turn around, see if we can get off this. We'll pull it off. It's got to be off now. And another good thing is we're a little bit further away from the bank. Oh my God. Here we go, we got it. It's just stuck in the mud. Ooh. I'm just gonna dump you down there, mate. Stay there. Oh man, this is out of control. Oh. Gotta get away. Oh man. Fuck. Good morning. This is looking pretty scruffy, but man, this is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. I'm not going to pretend. This, if you ever wanted to see me whinge about something, this is going to be it, because oh, my legs are on fire. They've got spray on them. Before I left the tent, I put spray on it. I put that Bushman's 40% DEET. It's doing absolutely nothing. Turn that on so I don't crash into the sandbar. Oh my god, they're still, my legs are on fire right now, and I can't tell you. I don't know if anyone's ever been stuck in like a swarm of insects with very little escape. It's quite intense. It's quite overwhelming. Yeah, and I don't know what to do. I'll start coming up in welts. You can see, I don't know, here and here. There's not really one part of my legs that aren't on fire at the moment, and I can feel on my face here and in my ears. It's full on. Anyway, I feel a little bit better now that I'm out here and away from there. I'm dreading going back and getting the tent. So hopefully, after we check the pots, hopefully once the sun gets up a little bit, it'll scare some of them off a little bit. But it is quite intense. Like, yeah, sand flies. So anyone that's ever been in it, like, I know you might say, oh, you're acting like ridiculous. You've obviously never been stuck in them before with shorts on and things like that. Like, it's full on. So yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah, and last night, I don't know, I got in and out of the tent maybe twice because I had to put that back anchor out on the boat. And yeah, I think that was enough to let a decent amount of bugs in the tent as well. And so the whole night I had to get in the sleeping bag. It was boiling hot, but I had to get in the sleeping bag just to keep them off my body and off my legs in particular. But yeah, I don't know, like, if you can see that, but like, I'm starting to come up. I come up in these welts all over. There's only a few starting to show now, but my whole leg feels like it's on fire. Man, that's full on. It really is full on. So I guess we'll have a quick go for a flatty, but what we're going to do is go and check the pots. Better get out there just in case there's someone zipping around checking my pots for me. I'm almost paranoid. But yeah, we'll get up into the creeks, check the pots, and then we'll make a decision. Hopefully the light comes up and it scares a couple of these bugs away. 40% DEET, repellent, heavy duty, does absolutely nothing almost. Keeps them off for about a second. Oh, look at those welts. We are not mucking around. The last thing I want to be doing is spraying this stuff all over me, but there is no alternative right now. Okay, fine, let's do it. Whew. Oh, the wind feels good. Okay, let's get the trolling motor out because it'll make it a little easier. And our crab pot's just up there. Please, hopefully we get some love on this, because otherwise it's going to be a non-video. Hopefully we've got some nice big crabs in here. Don't lose hope, Rod. Don't lose hope. Oh, and we're wrapping it around the trolling motor, of course. In every way possible by those things. Okay. Pulling it up. And we have, oh, we got two big muddies. Please be males. Big claws on one, hopefully. And another little guy there. Oh, look, he's got a little bream in there that they've been eating too. Oh, man, there's a lot of mud. Female on one. But we'll have to get the other one out here. Let's dip him over the side again. This is very muddy. And let's get taken a bit further over this way. Alright, now let's see. I've got a feeling, unfortunately, now that I'm looking, that, okay, you are definitely, the big one is definitely female. So's that. And, okay, this guy here is actually a male, so we'll have to measure him up because he looks, I should be legal, but he's definitely not looking huge either, so let's get in there and have a look. Okay, we can get rid of this. Well, they like the bonito head, obviously. Look at that. That's all that's left. Definitely did the job. Oh, man. Still getting eaten alive, though. Okay, you stay out there. Yeah, unfortunately, that big girl there, that's a nice crab. But, unfortunately, we'll let him run around there while we'll get these guys out. Come on, in you go. Yep, there's one out. And this big girl is stuck in here. There we go. And on the other side. Okay, there we go. And you can fall back in anytime you want. There we go. Oh, man, there's bugs everywhere. What the? Okay. And this little bream, who looks like he's been sort of bit a few times by the crabs, can go back in. Yeah, he is swimming away very, very slowly. He's not happy. Come on. No, this way, this way. So, get a proper grip on him. So he is a male, as you can see, and he's got to be 15 centimeters from tip to tip. Not the best crab measuring device. Maybe we just put him down for a sec. Okay, so there's one edge. Oh, look, if we're being honest, he's probably about a centimetre short, which is a bummer. So you got to go back, mate. Ah, bummer. So close. All right, see you later, mate. That is a bummer. Yeah, no good. I'm measuring that right? 15 would be on that one. Yeah, okay. Next pot. I'm not sure if anyone can see that, but there's so many bugs flying around. It's out of control. I'm going to be so cooked after this. Okay. Okay. And we have, oh, we got two big ones in here. They're both got to be legal, but both looking a little female-y as well. Okay, come on, please give us a male crab. Female, and oh, this real big one is a male, I'm pretty sure. All right, that's good. That's a win. So this one here is definitely female. yeah, that big one there, I'm pretty sure almost 100% is male. So you go in, you're done. See you later. Alright, that's a nice crab though. And we'll flip them over just to make sure. Come on, out this way. Come on. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, out here. Oh my God, there's so many bugs. All right, and we have a nice big buck male. That's a cracker. Very nice, big claws. So you, buddy, are coming with me, and you're going straight on the ice. Just lift the asparagus up. So it's still nice and cold in there, so straight in. We are one up. That is good. And in the end, we have only 2 tiny little, not even mud crabs in here. So the last one was a bust. You guys can just go. All right, let's make a dash for some open water where there's a lot less bugs going on, because this is full on. Okay, just pull up for a sec. Oh my God. Yeah, that is intense. I don't know what my face looks like, but it feels on fire, like really on fire. And my legs, oh my God, like I don't know if you can see those welts, but they're all over, they're coming up all over. Jeez. Back of my legs, geez, they hit the back of my knees. Full on. My head feels like they're still in there. That was intense just to get those pots in. Made a bit of a mess as well, haven't I? Oh, these bugs are doing my head in. It's really full on. Oh, look, they're still here. Get lost, get lost. Oh boy, what are we gonna do? I'm not gonna sit on the shore and cook up in this, mate. I think we're gonna take our crab and run, and we'll cook him at home or something. We'll cook him somewhere, maybe out of the back of the car, because I can't do this. But we've got to get the tent as well. Oh boy. What do I do? Do I get it? I gotta get it. All right. We'll race in and get the tent too. We've done anyway. We're completely cooked, so might as well just get it over and done with. Look at my wrists. Oh, you can't see the welts, but oh boy, look at this, far out. Even on my wrists, like just anywhere that any exposed skin. Okay, that's the best plan of attack. I think we just grab the bag and just throw everything in as quickly as possible. And even that's not really going to be fast enough, is it? Oh, they're biting my face. They're literally biting my face. Full on. Okay. Come on. Let's just in and out. Nice and quick. Let's see. How quick can we do it? Oh man. So much for that firewood stack. Okay. I don't know if you can see that in front of the bag, but that's how many there are. Like that's just on top of the bag where it's a bit more visible. Oh my God. It's out of control. Like I dealt with plenty of bugs in my time, but this is probably getting towards the upper end of what I've had to deal with and not have a solution, except just have to grin and bear it, unfortunately, for a little bit. It's crazy when you know what you're in for, like when it comes to the recovery time. Sometimes it can get pretty overwhelming. That's one of the big concerns. Just knowing how long it can take sometimes to get over these things. Try not to think about it too much. But we will pay for this. We will pay for this one. That's it. Let's go. Far out. I can feel them biting my face. I think we're going to run home and we'll just get back to the car. There's so many bugs around me still and my legs are on fire. Woo! I'm going to pay for this one. I'm really going to pay for this one. Far out. Yeah, that's not good. All right, let's keep running. Crabby, come with me. Okay, we are going to make a delicious crab dish and we're going to do it in the safety of our own home. Look, all I can say is some trips don't go to plan, and I tell you what, like I haven't gone over all the footage, but I looked on my phone and I took a couple of shots of my face and I had like 2 big welts, like, or one big like thing coming up here on the top and below my eye, and by the time I got home I was just a swollen mess of bites, and yeah, it was pretty full on, and I've got to admit I wasn't having that much fun when I was out there. And yeah, if you're, I don't know, like I guess I had to get the crab pots in regardless, so it was what it was, and packing the tent up. But it definitely, yeah, it gets quite overwhelming and quite full on when the bugs are like that thick and are biting you that much. So the trips don't always work out, unfortunately, and that's fine. But yeah, the whole reason I was doing it, I was like, oh, I'll go somewhere local. The weather is sort of turning to it's just getting worse and worse and windier up the coast. So I can't get to any of the islands I'd like to get to. And I was like, oh, we'll just do a little local camp out. That'll be fun. We'll get some mud crabs. You know, what could go wrong? But yeah. That was probably, oh, I don't know, like I've had bugs being worse, but it's usually I've had the mosquitoes being worse. I've had bad sandflies before, but I guess I should have known because it's peak summer and stuff like that as well. But they were particularly bad. Like even in our local area here, we've had a bit of an explosion of the population over the last couple of days. So it's obviously just this humid, wet weather mixed with some sun, and just all the bugs are just hatching like crazy. So up somewhere like that where it's just mangroves and just, yeah, like it's a boiling pot of the worst insects you can imagine. So I can handle mosquitoes and I'm not so bothered. Even if they're all over my arms, I can deal with that. But those sandflies, they are next level. They itch so much worse. You can't see them coming until you're done already. So it was pretty full on. But put that out of our minds now. We got one good crab and he's looking good. He's been in the fridge. I've taken the day yesterday just to recover. I had all blotches all over me, so I'm feeling pretty good now. Whereas yesterday, I was a bit of a itchy mess, if I'm being honest. So this guy's just been chilling in the fridge, but we'll break him down and then we'll make, actually Taku, when Taku was over from Outdoor Chef Life, he made this delicious mud crab meal, right? And it was super simple, but I have most of or pretty much all the ingredients he used, bar the Korean chili flakes, So yeah, I think we'll make that because he did a few things that I don't normally do to my crab, and yeah, and it was particularly good. So let's do it. So with the crab, we'll literally just lift him up at the back, flip his flap up, grab the back here, and we'll just rip the top completely off. Just like that. Looks pretty full on, but fastest way to do it. Get all the gills out. Man, those bugs were full on. I'll be interested to see how much it comes up in the footage, but there was just clouds of them. It was quite intense. And then we'll just literally snap it down the center. Oh, we'll snap the claw off, but that's alright because we're going to break that off anyway. So that can go straight in here. Just like that. And then we'll probably just break these into sections as well. Quite a bit of meat in here, and that brown meat there, some people throw it out, but it's actually quite flavoursome, so I'll leave it in. Do the same thing to this side. Look at that claw. That's big. Look, that's takes out the whole front of my fingers there. That's a good claw. And break this one into one more bit. Beautiful. And that's our crab ready to go. That's probably even too much water. So we'll just boil that and we'll give it a quick steam first. And yeah, we'll pre-cook the crab and it'll be easy, and then we'll finish it off in the wok. And while we wait for that to heat up, we will get a few other things ready. We'll start with the ginger. Some of the bigger hairy bits out. Now, you can worry about peeling it if you want, but I don't bother too much. Got these giant oversized garlics. They smell quite pungent. Sometimes these big garlics don't have as much of a flavour, but these ones smell particularly nice. Probably could use a finer grater like Taku did, but once it all starts mixing in, it'll be good. This garlic smells great. Okay. That crab actually smells good already. This is going to be delicious. Mud crab is a special. I often get asked whether I prefer crayfish or crab, and I always say mud crab or crab in general. I don't know, I find the flesh is just that much sweeter, and I really enjoy the crab. I don't know what it is about it, the flavour, but yeah, I take crab most days. Look, hey, don't get me wrong, lobster and crayfish are great, but there's something about that crab flavour that I really, I don't know, it just speaks to me. Okay, onion. Okay, and the crab has been on for a few minutes. We'll probably take it to probably about 10 minutes. We'll do it. And this chili has seen better days, but I think it'll be alright. Let's have a look. That should be fine, bar this little end bit. A little gross. Unfortunately, we're down to one chili, so we'll put one chili in, and we maybe put a bit of like chili paste in as well. It's a pity I don't have any chili flakes or anything like that. Everything else is just a few sauces that we'll put on, but we'll show you those as we add them. And apart from that, yeah, it's just basically making a delicious sauce to mix through the crab once it's done. And yeah, oh well, let's have a little sneak peek here. Not quite done, I don't think, but yeah, no, a little bit more. Right, we're getting there. Mate, that looks amazing. But what we'll do is we'll actually just take it off the heat. Can sit here for a sec. We might just leave it open. And we'll get the wok on and start frying off everything else and get the sauce going. Butter in straight up. And we can pretty much just get all of these ingredients in. Oh yeah, the flavours. I'll let them cool for a sec. Okay, and whole stack of honey. And I was surprised, but Taku put a large amount of honey in, and I was like, yeah, okay. He's like, yep, no, honey it up. Miso paste. This will add a lot of flavour straight up. And oyster sauce. Like, it's almost impossible for it not to taste delicious, really, isn't it? And a bit of soy. This is tamari, but yep, soy. Whoa, probably more than I wanted. Hopefully the other sweet ingredients will balance out that. I spilled a bit more soy in than I wanted then. Might have to put a bit more honey in. Yeah, put a little bit more honey in just to balance out the amount of soy I accidentally just spilled in. Yeah, so I've just added a bit more honey and a bit more butter. But it's all looking very, very delicious tasting. Can't really go wrong, can we? And just add a little bit more spice. I'm just going to put a little bit of sriracha in as well, actually, because that amount of chili is not enough. Probably would have put at least maybe 3 or 4 of those chilies in, really, maybe even, or even just like the smaller, sort of spicier chilies to get that heat up. But look at that, that is really looking good. It's a nice thick coating all over the crab is what we want. Now, this is the bit that I would never normally do, that it was so good. And it was literally just packet noodles, and you crushed them up into sort of chunks. Literally just broke them up into chunks, and he mixed it through, and it basically gave like a nice crunch through the sauce and added to the crab, and it was so good, and it gave the sauce something more to cling to. It was a particularly good little touch, and I'd never thought of it, and I definitely want to give it another crack because it was really good. So we can get these open. Oh. Okay, and then straight in, the other camera I was using just died on me for some reason, so I'm just going to basically just quickly get these in with the phone, because time is of the essence all of a sudden. And we'll get those little crab bits in as well. And then it's simply a case of mixing it through with the world's smallest tongs. So we don't really want to cook the noodles, we want them to stay crunchy. But geez, that looks good, doesn't it? And we need that guy And the sauce there. Alright, and that's nicely tossed through. And that's pretty much ready to go. So we'll just quickly put a little parsley just to add a little garnish. And then we are good to go. And all of a sudden, things just got a little bit more tricky now that I don't have a chest mount or a neck mount to hold the camera. So we've gone and got a just a little tripod for the phone. But geez, now that looks good. I reckon we don't waste any more time. I think we just eat it straight out of the wok. I don't think I can make it look any better than that. That looks amazing. So yeah, let's go over to the table and chow down. That looks so good. I'm very excited. We'll sit here and we can watch the fish. A lot of people ask what's in the tank. It's not that exciting. We've got little tiger barbs, little green barbs or moss barbs, some locally caught rainbow fish. The front of the tank needs a good clean. Oh yeah, we've got a little brucinose here. Oh, is that here? But we've got a few other things in there as well. There's some clown loaches, but yeah, they're pretty excited. They think I'm going to feed them. Look. But you've already had some food this morning. Give it to you later. And I used to have CO2 all hooked up in it, so the plants are still growing well, but these are, I've sort of switched to just easy to grow plants. It's getting, like even now it needs a trim, but yeah, no, it gets pretty out of control when you got the CO2 hooked up, so I got sick of trimming so often. But we've still got some lotus and lots of Java fern of different types and a few other bits and pieces. But yeah, nah, it's nice to watch them while we devour this crab. Ooh, look at that claw. That is amazing looking. So we'll give it a bit of a crack. Got the fishing pliers for some reason. Probably could have got something a bit heftier that wraps around it. Maybe we can use the back. And we had the fishing pliers a second ago, but now we're going to get a more appropriate size plier. Oh, there we go. Well, that'll do it. Oh boy. We'll get that claw, get a little bit of sauce on it. We'll see if we can just pop all of that flesh out in one go. Oh. Oh man. Let's just grab one of these. Oh, look at that. Dip it in the sauce. Crab is just the best. Like it really is. But it's just a flavor hit grabbing on the sauce. When we had he had the ramen noodles, like the Korean ramen noodles, and they stayed a little crispier because they're thicker. But yeah, they're still delicious. Like dipped in the sauce like that. Just adds like a whole nother element to the crab dish, and it's particularly good. We'll go through and get like every little morsel out. We will not leave any crab untouched. This is getting messier and messier by the second, but just that flavor, just squeezing it at the top there is really delicious. But yeah, I won't force you to watch me eat the whole thing right now. So yeah, good trip. Oh, hang on, not so great trip, different trip. I guess, look, sometimes the trips don't quite go to plan. It's very rare I go somewhere and I'm like, I'll reference the bugs. I'll say, oh, there's a bit buggy, but usually I'm getting bit a little bit, but it's not, you know, it's not the end of the world. This one, like, I'm not sure when I start editing it if it'll come up, but you could, like, if it's on camera or not, but there was swarms just everywhere, just all over. And because they're like those no-see-ums and like those sandflies. You can't really see them, or we call them midges most commonly. But they are just like, next thing you know, your skin's on fire, you're getting bit. I come up in those red welts you could see, so a lot of the bad bites, I come up in welts, but my whole arms and legs were on fire, and even on my face, I could feel like some bites here that were swelling up. It was, I couldn't stay, basically. It was, yeah, in any circumstances, if I wasn't filming, or like, if you didn't have to stop and get the crab pots, that I might have been able to go fish somewhere or somehow space it out. But it was just, it was unbearable. After getting the pots, yeah, I was on fire. So had to run away. I guess, look, the trip didn't quite go to plan, but I guess they're the ones that you kind of remember, the standout trips where the bugs were impossible to deal with, or the, you know, the waves were monstrous or whatever it was. So it'll be a memorable trip for sure. And yeah, we'll come back with a different one. Hopefully it goes a little bit more to plan. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to finish this delicious crab. I'll leave none untouched, and we'll go through it and just pick it to death, basically. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. That's good. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully a perfect trip. Yeah. See ya.